Hello. I've just got one thing for you before we get going today, yeah? We've been doing this for 7 months and my channel is almost at 3,000 subscribers. So that's a fantastic effort from you and I really appreciate it. But we're not quite there yet. When I look at the stats, 90% of you that watch my channel watch more than one video and you are not subscribed to my channel. Now I'm not sure if you know, but being subscribed to a channel costs you nothing and it helps me out massively. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, why not? I'm me, you be you, nothing's going to change. Just click that subscribe and help me out and I'll do my very best for you out on the beach. I'm going to get set up, I'm going to do an intro, but just do me a favour, yeah? Subscribe to my channel and I'll make it worthwhile for all of you. Thanks everyone, big love. Welcome back to the beautiful Chesil Beach. As you can see, it's living up to its name. It's beautiful. The sun's shining. What time is it now? 4:30 in the evening. High water is 7 o'clock. I'm going to fish it up, over high, fish into the darkness about an hour and go home. The last few weeks I've had lots of things on, so I haven't got out as much as I'd like to, but within keeping in my series, we're on it just, and this is a new episode on Chesil Beach. So if you like your Chesil Beach and you like your sunshine, then this is definitely the video for you. So what you've got to do is when you put new line on, or every time you come out fishing using multipliers, you need to have a couple of casts first. If you whack a lead on there and a rig and a bait and just welly it, last time, probably winding in, probably, you know, it's dark, probably going home, not too fussed. Next time you come out, just have a few gentle casts. You can hear when I cast this, my mags are on full. Nice and gentle. Slowing down. All right, just a couple of gentle casts like that. Let it sink to the bottom as well. Just take that extra line off. Just tighten all your line up, really. Perfect. So, as it's nice and light, the sun's up, I'm going to go for a place. After all, we're at the end of May. Should be a few places around, hopefully. On paper, I don't know though. We don't know how it's going to go, do we ever? So yeah, the Tom Bagnall bar. I hope you guys like my mullet video. I enjoyed it. It's a bit different going up the river. I messed around with like different music and swarms and just trying to make it more like professional, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't watched it, why not? Why haven't you watched it? No, if you haven't watched it, try and watch it. I enjoyed it and the feedback's been good. So while I'm baiting up, I'll talk you through what I've been up to. Do you want to hear about me? I can't hear about you unless you message me. So it's one way, I'm afraid. I'll let you have your say at the end. So I've been out twice this week on Chesil filming. One for us and one for another YouTube channel called The Outdoor Boys. So I'm not sure if you're sure of this. So when you get off of watching this video, search The Outdoor Boys, Luke Nichols and his kids. Amazing. So a couple months ago, I had an email from Alaska, and I thought it was like spam, because on YouTube sometimes you get like spam emails, like life really. So I thought it was another spammer, and then when I messaged back and Googled the name, it came up with Luke Nichols from the Outdoor Boys, and it turns out that he's a YouTuber with over 2 million subscribers, and his videos have had 550 million views, and he wanted to come out fishing with me on Chesil. It's pretty insane. So I've been like quite nervous and apprehensive about it, to be honest, because I know we know each other, and yeah, my videos get watched, you know, 10,000 views max. Luke's get 14 to 21 million. So it's definitely interesting for me. So I was a little bit worried. So I took my lad with me, Finley, for a bit of reassurance. But we smashed it. It was brilliant. We filmed on Monday. Luke was amazing. The video went really well. We caught some fish and it was amazing. Luckily for me, I didn't poo my pants. Not literally, but I mean on camera. I didn't really make any mistakes. I think I make more on my own. I'm not sure why. We've done a couple shorts as well. We've done loads of stuff. So Luke said he's going to put a video up in about 4 weeks' time, and then I'm going to be part of his world tour. As before, I don't really know how it's going to go today, but the fishing should really pick up soon. Nice. Spinner, anyway, spinner. So on my second rod, I've got a 4-foot pulley pennel loaded with ragworm to a nice circle hook as a pennel, and a 3/0 Aberdeen as my bottom hook. You will notice that I haven't put my grips up today on this lead because I've got some nice tide at the moment and it's daylight. I'm just going to roll some leads around to see if I can find a feature or a little trough or something where I can pick up a nice place, or even a smooth hound. If the tide starts ripping massively and it's going too fast, then I'll revert back to grip leads and pin some baits to the bottom. But I think I'll be alright today. This tide isn't massive. I just feel like rolling some leads around. Take the mags off a bit, not too much obviously. Nice and straight. Sploosh. Nice and deep out there, everyone. Oh. So it's just baiting up a spare rig, and then I've got a slack liner on my left hand rod. As you can see, it's come right back, sprung back. Yeah, tightening up a bit. So I've had 2 dogfish now in 2 casts, but we battle through them and get into something else. Nice big rag bait going out. Two hours in and we've had 2 fish. The rigs are working, tide's pulling, and we're having a go, which is all we can do. We're about an hour from high water now, so we've got to be in with a chance, haven't we? And I keep putting the baits out there. I've got a hermit and rag on one, and straight rag on the other. Got a bite on the right hand side, look. Got a feeling it might be another doggy med. That sun's bright. Yeah, but it's quite slow, but that's life, that's fishing. Hopefully when I come back, we'll be into a few more fish. Bit of weight, could be double dog. Definite weight there. Nice. Got a leader. Might just be another dog. Feels heavier than a dog though. Not fighting though. A dog wrapped up. It's all wrapped the rig up there. Cheers mate. As you can see, we've got some amazing tide tonight. These blaze fours aren't easy to bend. They're hoopla. It's high water now. The sun's going down. It's absolutely banging to catch a few fish. There's no spider crabs. There's no Maybloom. What is going on? I'm literally casting every 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, fresh baits, trying my absolute hardest there. I just can't believe it. Where are all the fish? Look at it. What a stunning evening here in Dorset. Oh well, I'll keep baiting up, I'll keep trying, and hopefully when I come back I'll be into a few fish. But if not, do you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's a beautiful evening and I'm trying my hardest. What more can I do? So high water's just passed. Nothing over high. Absolutely stunning out here. Tide's pulling like a train. Keep putting the baits in. There's no spider crabs, no Maybloom. There's nothing out there. So unbelievable at the moment. So what I'm going to do now, I've been fishing worm baits, trying to pick up a place. I've had none. Trying to put this whole squid out on a little pulley. Look at that. Get it out there and try. We've definitely got tide. It's just perfect. I can't describe to you. It's absolutely perfect for a big fish. It's just not happening. But hey, that's why it's called fishing, and it's definitely not called catching. Let's get this one in the water, and when I come back, hopefully, I might be into a few fish. So I don't want to get in the way of that, obviously. So I've called a meeting between us. I'm going to level with you now. If I wasn't filming tonight, I'd go home. We're about 2 hours after high. I fished for about 4 hours, just short of 5 hours, and I've had 3 dogfish. I've been casting every 20 minutes. Hermit crab, fresh rag, blow lug, mackerel, squid, and sand eel. And I've had 3 doggies. My intentions, as you know, were to stay into darkness. I'm still going to do it. Against my judgment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feather out some mackerel in a minute. I've got some whole squid and I'm going to fish till about midnight. What I'm going to do is put fresh mackerel about 20-30 yards out and whole squid about 60-70 yards out and sit back in the dark, nice and relaxed with the ratchets on and hope to catch a bingo fish. I don't think it's worth continuing with ragworm and changing the baits every 20 minutes and trying, because I just think it's dead. So my only chance really is a big fish, basically poo or bust, you know what I'm saying. But do you know what, it doesn't really matter. I've got that, I've got the waves, and I'm out here. There's no one else along this beach, it's completely dead, and there's a reason for that, which I'm finding out. But it doesn't really matter, it's fishing and I'm very lucky. In other news, I've got some pork chops. So once I've feathered out some mackerel, sorted my bait out, I'll get the pork chops on, I'll fire up the jet boil and we'll have a look at that, and hopefully I'm better at cooking pork chops and making you feel hungry, unless you're a vegetarian, then you shouldn't be watching this anyway. And if you're a vegan, turn it off now. Well, now I've just ate my pork chops, which are lovely. Can you see? It's time for me to catch a mackerel. I'm sorry it's been hard. I can't really do anything about it. It's just fishing live on Chesil. I'm going to try and catch a mackerel. As I said, my sort of plan is to catch a few mackerel, stick some whole squid out, sit back nice and quiet, put the radio on. If we get into a fish, it hopefully be a decent one. This is definitely the time of night when you fish for mackerel. Sun's just going down, got a bit of tide. I only want 3 or 4. It's a gentle little pull down. If there's any out there. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah. Yes. Yes. There's a full string, son. Woohoo! I'll see a bit further. I thought they'd be in against the bank this time of night. That's a full string. Definitely. Bait. Don't worry, I'll put them out of their misery. Right, I've got to have another cast. I want a couple more. Mackerel. Yeah, so many out there. Like before they even took, I could feel my lead hitting through mackerel. Just bouncing off them. Like line bites. There you go. That's some more. Can feel it. You watch. If I keep winding, they'll take it. Can feel him. There you go. Yes. That's got to be 4. Oh my god. What the hell have I hooked here? Oh, mackerel, but oh my god. This little rod's buckled there. Yes, mate. Bloody hell, these are fighting away. They're up on top, that's why. Oh yeah. That'll do, won't it? Look at that one. That bottom one's massive. Got myself some bait. I just dispatched these. A couple of casts as you've seen. Now it's time to do some night fishing, where all the ghosts and ghouls and all the big fish come out. Ooh. Right everyone, welcome back, and yes, guess what? It's dark. So I caught some mackerel as you've seen. I've got a couple of squid and I thought I might get myself a bite in. So I stuck a bagnall bar out just as it got dark. Guess what I caught? I caught this, a Cooch's bream. Look at it, What a beautiful fish. Anyway, I've just put him back. What a lovely little fish. I'm well chuffed with that. That's my first ever one off Chesil. Right, what I'm going to do now, as explained earlier, I've got plenty of mackerel, I've got 6, and I've got 2 boxes of squid. So one rod, I'm going to put half a mackerel, 30-40 yards out, and on the other one, I'm going to put a double squid, about 70 yards out. My intentions are hopefully to get into a bass in close, and you never know, I might even get an undulate further out, or a conger or something. There hasn't been very many congers caught recently, but I'm sure there's a big one out there, as there's loads of mackerel, and I'm sure there'll be some fish following them in. I'm going to get the bait sorted, I'm going to get them out there. When I come back, we'll be sat in the dark, ratchets on, and you never know, we might get into a zoo creature. So my first rod, as explained already, 7-ounce lead to a pulley to half a joey, all the guts and everything hanging out there. So I'm going to stick that about 20-30 yards just past the shot leader, to be honest. Hopefully there's a bass swimming along, been chasing the mackerel, they've been beating up the white bait, so there's got to be some free food out there. So I've got a load of ground bait all the way along. Shingle Beach is acting as a barrier. There's got to be some fish feeding in that, surely. There's not much out. Obviously I've had a couple dogfish and a Cooch's bream, which is pretty cool, but nothing really worth fishing for out there. So hopefully I'm going to use a Chesil bank as a barrier and get into a bass. It sounds great, but as we know, it's called fishing and not catching. I'll get this one in the water, I'll get my ratchets on, we'll sit back, nice and relaxed, in the dark, because I don't want to be shining any lights on the water when I'm bass fishing 20-30 yards out, because it's really clear and it'll definitely put the fish off. Wish me luck, everyone. Cheers, Mr. Mackerel. Hello. So my second rod, instead of squid for the first cast, I'm going to go with fresh mackerel. I honestly believe that is my best chance of catching a fish. There's been nothing else around this afternoon and this evening, but I've caught a load of mackerel. I think I had 3 casts, as you've seen, load of mackerel. So something's got to be feeding on fresh mackerel. So I'm going to match a hatch and put this probably a little bit further, probably 60-70 yards, and hopefully try and catch an undulate. I don't know, do you know? It's got to be worth a go though. I'm going to get this one in the water, and if I come back, if I switch the lights on, you know we're into a fish. Wish me luck, everyone. So there we are, the rods are in the water. It's time to sit back, relax, and take it easy. Half a mackerel on the left one, 20 yards out. Half a mackerel on the right one, 70 yards out. It's time to shine. Something now, I don't think it's a bass though. I'm not shining light on the water I'm looking at. I think it must be like maybe a little wheel or something. Something definitely playing around with it. The bass on here, when you get them at night, they just rip off. Definitely something playing around with it. Definitely not a bass. There you go. Fall down. There's probably something little playing around with it. There you go. See that? Right, it's definitely not a bass. It might be a mullet or something playing around with it. I've had that before. I foul hooked a mullet before on half a mackerel. Do you know what's more annoying than dogfish? These gits, strap congos. When you're fishing for bass on Chesil, they can become a right pain. I chucked that one out probably about 70 yards and the other one's at 30-40 yards. I've had a fish on both. That is the culprit, without doubt. If you get a bass, normally it just rips straight off. So anyway, it's not a blank. I've caught a few fish anyway, but you know what I mean. So first fish at night. Let's get this little chap back, and hopefully next time we could be into a bass. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I've got a bite on both. It's just conger eels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack up and go home. So it's not been that great today, but I've got loads of footage. I'll try and make a nice video out of it, and it is what it is. That's fishing. That's fishing. This is Chesil Beach. Live. I can't do anything about it. This is how it's fishing it at the moment. It's pretty hard, but it's another week done. Hope you enjoyed the video. We move on. Next week is June. It's definitely got to get better. My name's Wayne. Thanks for joining me today on Chesil Beach. It's been an absolute privilege to fish in front of you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.